Automated market makers, I think, will help improve that liquidity because they can capture a long tail of assets better than technologies like order books can.
And a sort of secret sauce that will allow liquidity providers to get more of the profits normally lost to arbitrage, and it will be bolstered by incentive programs. The value proposition of XRP is that it has these liquidity pools. Automated market makers on the XRP ledger could be a game changer, uniquely positioning it to leapfrog other Dexes.
The XRP ledger is poised to become an ecosystem of cooperatively interconnected XRPL protocol chains.
The value proposition of XRP is that it has these liquidity pools.
Early vision was these pools of liquidity that everybody can contribute to and everybody can draw off that are kind of unbundled from the payment system or the asset that you're using to pay with. Automated market makers, I think, will help improve that liquidity because they can capture a long tail of assets better than technologies like order books can.
Welcome to the DeFi Standard, and this is Mickey B. Fresh. 62 times institutional DeFi was mentioned in Ripple's New Value Report. The total addressable market in finance use cases like lending and borrowing is in the dozens of trillions of dollars. With the current institutional DeFi penetration of that market opportunity capturing less than 1%, is the single biggest field of untapped opportunity for blockchain technology. And this is part of their pivot away from just simply focusing on cross-border payments.
What I think will be next, and certainly something Ripple thinks about, we started with enterprise-based cross-border payments, and Ripple really aspires to be more than just that kind of liquidity and cross-border payments. I think you could expect that we will expand into some of those other areas, either organically or through acquisition.
To moving to liquidity, custody, compliance, and tokenization, but all of those put together equal institutional DeFi. And you might be asking, what is institutional DeFi? Institutional decentralized finance is an extraordinary revolution in the world of finance, poised to propel the industry into a new era of innovation, efficiency, and inclusivity. This groundbreaking concept aims to transform the traditional financial services landscape by leveraging the power of blockchain technology to create decentralized, transparent, and secure financial products that cater to the needs of institutional investors. Institutional DeFi is now the focus of Ripple.
As far as how we see Liquidity Hub fitting into the other things that we're doing, we have a payments platform where you can source payments using cryptocurrencies, you can settle, you can bridge, and we're in enterprises, we're in financial institutions, we're in their payment flows. And so if we can introduce new technologies like Liquidity Hub and then subsequent enterprise DeFi products, maybe it's lending, maybe it's identity, you can think of RippleNet and Liquidity Hub as becoming a potential distribution platform.
So if we can introduce new technologies like Liquidity Hub and then subsequent enterprise DeFi products, maybe it's lending, maybe it's identity, you can think of RippleNet and Liquidity Hub as becoming a potential distribution platform and a potential pathway for enterprise adoption to those technologies. And I think we definitely see that as an opportunity.
If you're looking at what can Ripple do that other companies might not be able to do, and we're going to focus on doing the things that play to our strengths. And so strength that we have is that we've been building enterprise software for a long time. We've got institutional adoption. We're in their payment flows. And so we're going to look for ways that we can take advantage of that.
Which utilizes its private CBDC ledger based on the open source XRP ledger blockchain technology the digital asset XRP, and new features. 4 crucial components of institutional DeFi that we will delve into are liquidity, custody, compliance, using decentralized identity and zero-knowledge proofs, and 4th, tokenization. These elements work harmlessly to create a resilient, efficient, and trustworthy financial system that caters to institutional investors and businesses. Liquidity is the lifeblood of any financial market, and institutional DeFi is no exception. Compliance services built on top of blockchain technologies that provide regulated institutions with the confidence and security to interact with these decentralized applications, including liquidity pools, borrowing, and lending protocols, can use zero-knowledge proofs and the most advanced technologies to enforce the compliance based off of SBI, JP Morgan, DBS Bank's pilot. That's still ongoing of testing on public blockchains, decentralized financial technologies. Institutional DeFi refers to the ease in which assets can be bought or sold without significantly affecting their price. In the world of institutional DeFi, liquidity is abundant, and primarily due to the prevalence of liquidity pools. Dexes are revolutionary platforms that enable peer-to-peer trading of digital assets, eliminating the need for intermediaries such as banks or brokers. This results in reduced fees, increased transparency, and unparalleled security. Liquidity pools, on the other hand, are smart contract-based pools. So the XRP ledgers is smart contract-based. It's just built into the network layer. And they provide users with reduced fees and increased transparency. And the funds provided by users who stake their assets to facilitate transactions. This ingenious mechanism ensures that there is always sufficient liquidity in the market, allowing for seamless and frictionless trading experiences.
This is a space that is just exploding. And key, right at the center of this massive growth, are decentralized exchanges, Dexes. They're the oxygen of DeFi. A decentralized exchange is a system for exchanging assets that isn't owned or controlled by any particular party. They can provide unprecedented transparency and fairness in asset exchange. If you look at the landscape, decentralized exchanges are the most truly proven use case for DeFi or smart contracts. As I mentioned before, the market is huge. These are being used to move real value. The driver seems to be providing liquidity between major tokens and between major and minor tokens. What do you want a decentralized exchange for? Well, when you want to exchange something. And as the ecosystem grows, this long tail of minor tokens will be a significant driver of exchange activity. So if you see an explosion of tokens, major cryptocurrencies, minor cryptocurrencies, stable coins, tokens that represent equity, tokenization of all different kinds of things, people will need to move between those assets. Decentralized exchange innovations like automated market maker protocols could play a key role in providing people that interoperability between assets. And automated market makers are poised to become a major cornerstone of global crypto liquidity across all assets and multiple chains.
Custody is another critical aspect of institutional DeFi. It pertains to the safekeeping and management of digital assets on behalf of institutional investors. With the rapid growth of digital assets, the need for secure and reliable custody solutions has become paramount. Institutional DeFi addresses this demand by offering decentralized custody solutions that harness the power of blockchain technology. These solutions provide unparalleled security, transparency, and accessibility, ensuring that institutional investors can confidently manage their digital assets without fear of hacks, fraud, or mismanagement. And Mitaco offers an array of custody solutions, everything from self-custody to enterprise and on-premises through IBM and through a network of sub-custodians. Compliance is the cornerstone of institutional DeFi, and this is the single biggest factor that separates it from, say, enterprise DeFi, which is more so just institutions or enterprises participating in DeFi. Institutional DeFi is compliance. It ensures an adherence to regulatory requirements and fosters trust among market participants. Decentralized identity and zero-knowledge proofs are two innovative technologies that have been employed to achieve compliance in the realm of institutional DeFi. Decentralized identity allows users to complete control over their personal information, enabling them to selectively reveal specific data to counterparties as required by regulatory authorities. This ensures that the privacy is maintained while still adhering to compliance requirements. Zero-knowledge proofs, on the other hand, allows for the verification of transactions without revealing any sensitive information, ensuring that confidentiality is upheld while still maintaining regulatory compliance. These powerful technologies work in tandem to create an environment where institutional investors can operate with confidence and knowing that compliance is being maintained at the highest level. Tokenization is the final pillar of institutional DeFi, and it refers to the process of converting real-world assets into digital tokens on a blockchain. This transformation enables assets to be easily traded, transferred, and managed in a secure and transparent manner. Tokenization unlocks the true potential of digital assets as it allows for increased liquidity, enhanced market efficiency, and reduced transaction costs.
Yeah, so this is a really cool project we just announced today with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. The basic premise of it is tokenizing real estate and then enabling that real estate, once tokenized, to be able to take a loan against it. So releasing some capital from your property. We're partnering with Fubon Bank, which is a large bank with a big subsidiary in Hong Kong. And we're working also with Toko and DLA Piper, a legal firm, and then LoanSnap, who provide a sort of DeFi environment. So the idea here is you can put some of your property up for releasing capital. That will again get paid to you in the form of a CBDC, and then that CBDC could be spent in other use cases or could be converted back into fiat if you preferred. So it's early days, but it's a really good example of, think of a Web3 environment leveraging CBDC.
Institutional DeFi has embraced tokenization wholeheartedly, offering a wide array of tokenized assets that cater to the diverse needs of institutional investors. These include tokenized stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities, and even intellectual property, creating a vibrant and dynamic financial ecosystem that is poised to change the world. Institutional decentralized finance is a paradigm shift in the world of finance, offering a plethora of benefits to institutional investors and also businesses alike. By harnessing the power of blockchain technology and decentralized applications and smart contracts, institutional DeFi has managed to create a financial ecosystem that is transparent, secure, efficient, and inclusive. The four pillars: liquidity, custody, compliance, which includes that decentralized identity and zero-knowledge proofs, and tokenization, work in unison to create powerful and transformative force that is set to redefine the way we think about finance, because this ties in with everything that, if you're trying to do all those things, custody, tokenization, and liquidity, which is at the core of everything Ripple's building, is liquidity. You have this ODL liquidity, you have liquidity hub, which Ashish Burla and the head of institutional markets at Ripple said, we're tying into the Dexes. And then you have this private CBDC platform it's built now to handle lending. Like what they're doing there with Hong Kong. The question is, how big have they created this network of central banks? Like, I don't want to, I say sometimes that XRP is not going to be used by central banks anytime soon, and we're not going to bridge CBDCs. And I say that just for the time being. I'm not saying that that's not going to happen. It's just that this whole process has to happen first, and then we get there. And that's just what we have to understand. So there's a phase where there'll be tremendous opportunity, and there'll be those impatient people that don't want to wait, and even if the price spikes for whatever reason. But it's not that transaction demand. And we're gonna talk more about the valuation and how these things are valued, because it has changed over the past couple of years of what was accepted as, the value, as these staking and cash flow has been added to the mix. Like even Susan Athey's report is outdated. There's components there that do not apply. I just read through the whole thing, and I'm like, a lot of this just, you could toss away, because there's cash flow now. There's new types of storage demand that you can include, but still at the end, they hammer the point about storage demand. That's what will drive value. And we're going to talk more about this. And that's the supply side. That's the community's involvement. That's why David Schwartz keeps hammering the AMMs and keeps talking about it. And Ripple X is ramping up these side chains.
Liquidity Hub is kind of like an enterprise solution to that problem. Ripple has always had these two halves, like one focusing on the enterprise solution, the building software that banks can use, very reliable. Liquidity Hub is like the professional enterprise solution to that problem, and sort of the XRP Ledger's Dex is part of the sort of bottom-up solution, the sort of solution for everybody.
The XRP Ledger today does not have any support for automated market making, and I think all major Dexes have shown that is a must-have. The XRP Ledger uses order books instead. These work, and they work well. They just don't provide as much liquidity as automated market makers can. And I think another important point is automated market makers allow stakeholders to get a return from the profits the automated market maker gets, and not having that is big. Since an automated market maker can buy or sell an asset at any time, they have to have a pool of every asset that they're going to sell. Obviously, you can't sell something if you don't have it to sell. They borrow these pools from people willing to lend. So another interesting thing about automated market makers is they provide this sort of service for people who are willing to lend assets to the automated market maker to provide these pools of assets that they can trade. And in most implementations, these loans provide a variable return. So it's a loan that behaves more like an investment. You give them an asset, let's say, 5 XRP, and you get some sort of claim against the automated market maker's pool that may change in value as that pool grows and shrinks. And obviously, the objective would be to get a positive return. This is a thriving ecosystem of activity, of people who are moving things around, of people who are doing interesting and exciting things with these tokens. They're not just holding them and paying them. We're also partnering with the XRP Ledger on a number of native DeFi support solutions and developer tooling, things like hooks, native EVM chain, and federated sidechains to bring access to DeFi. So there's not going to be one token to rule them all. There will be major cryptocurrencies, minor cryptocurrencies, stable coins, application fuel tokens, tokenized securities, and who knows what else. And for that system to work, moving easily and fairly between the tokens you want to hold and the token you need right now is going to be at the core of the DeFi ecosystem. With that, I'll end by saying I believe the crypto market is favoring those exchanges with high innovation and high scalability. And innovations like the XRP Ledger Automated Market Maker are just an example of working to own a slice of that DeFi pie. And don't expect to see DEX or DeFi innovation slow down anytime soon. Expect the opposite, in fact. I invite you all to explore Ripple's Automated Market Maker specification. And then there's the secret sauce I mentioned, reducing impermanent loss. This is novel in the automated market maker market. Much of the profits that arbitrageurs would have taken will wind up as additional revenue to the liquidity providers who loan assets to the pool. And a sort of secret sauce that will allow liquidity providers to get more of the profits normally lost to arbitrage. And it will be bolstered by incentive programs.